Hi there, I'm Lisa Carlton with College Matchpoint, and today I want to talk about self-advocacy for students with learning disabilities, but I want to put a twist on it. We can't really talk about how to help your student do this until we as parents get really honest. So today we're going to have a heart-to-heart. How do you do this? It's so hard to let go and let your student potentially make mistakes, right? We've all been there. There's no way to even put pretty on that. It's difficult. So let's talk about some ways that maybe progressively you can start letting your student learn to advocate for themselves, but not take the whole safety net away where everything's going to fall. So what have you been doing for your student to date? I think that's the first honest look in the mirror conversation you've got to have. Maybe you inventory it. Where are the places where I'm functioning for my student to help them? Am I managing their homework? Am I contacting the teachers? Am I making all their appointments with tutors for them? What are the things that you're doing that you may want to consider letting your student begin to practice and experiment with in high school so that they learn these skills by the time they get into college? Now, some of us, when we make that list, we may need to kind of keep working our yellow pad for a few pages, right? I don't want that to overwhelm you. Pick no more than 3 things that you think your student most likely could have success with. Don't pick the hardest things. Pick the ones that you think they might be ready for. Maybe English is a pretty good subject for them, so you pull back in English. Maybe they have a particularly good relationship with that teacher, so you feel okay to let them do that. For 1 semester, you don't contact the English teacher if you've been doing that, and you let them own that. Now, one of the things that they're going to need from you, if you're no longer managing everything, they may need you more as a coach. So how do you coach and not manage? That's hard, and I would love to say as a mom that I have that totally figured out, and I don't. But let's talk about a few components of coaching versus case managing. Number 1, you provide some ideas. I wonder if maybe you were to stay after class and talk to your English teacher. What is it that you would like to ask her? Or you're not really comfortable asking her. I wonder what other ways you could communicate with her. Have you tried an email? So again, you're offering some suggestions, but you're not doing it, and you're letting them ultimately own the final consequence. Another thing might be, so you need some tutoring in English because you're really struggling with this paper and you've had the same tutor for a while. Have you considered reaching out to her if that's something that works for you guys? Or if someone in the family is the person that tutored them, have you checked in with your sister to see if she might be available tomorrow night to go over that paper with you? Coaching, not, I'm going to call your sister right now and get her here so she can work on this paper with you. And we've all been there. And so that's a little bit of a difference, right? Coaching versus case managing. And you're going to choose things that don't have dire consequences, because we do want to support our students with learning disabilities. I think one of the things I hear out there a little bit is, oh yeah, cut off everything, have them do everything on their own, sort of ignores the fact that there actually is a learning difference here, right? And so we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we are giving the student support, but we're also letting them begin to spread their wings, because we ultimately want them to have that wonderful success out in the world, not in our house. And so I want us all to begin to think about what are little ways that you can start to empower your student to ask for their own help and to learn to be able to articulate what they need, where they need help, because this is a muscle, kind of like exercising. The more they use it, the more success they're going to have. And this is such an important skill for them to have as they go on in their life. And it's important for you as well, because you're going to feel so proud when they actually are able to do those things, because that's a wonderful sign of the work that you have done and the student that you've raised.